because of this whole tariff increment. So this is where the whole thing started when PURC last year, Electricity Company of Ghana and Ghana Water Company all went to PURC making an argument that they need an increment in their tariff. So look at Ghana Water Company. They requested for 334% upward adjustment. They ended up getting only 21.55%. That was just 6.5, percent of what they actually requested for. There was also, ECG. They requested for 145% increment in the tariff. They ended up getting just to 27.15%. That was just about 18.3% of what they requested for. Now, if you look at this, you realize that there's a sharp difference between what they requested for and what, PURC actually, agreed to give them. So we've been doing some trend analysis for you to see, and there's an interesting trend looking at all the, the upward adjustments we've seen from last 2 years to now. So if you look at 2021, and we are using those who consume between 0 to 300 kilowatt hour because this is where most Ghanaians are actually found in this domain. So if you are using between this domain, in 2021, you were paying around, 65 pesos per a service charge of about 10 cedis. And now that price increased to, that was the first upward adjustment we saw last year in August. It was around, it moved from 65 to 89 pesos. And then now we left the peso zone to now cedis. So if you are within this domain that we're talking about, then it means that you're now going to pay about 1 cedi 40 pesos, an upward adjustment of 1 cedi 20 pesos. Just, February this year, that was when PURC did the first quarter upward adjustment where they moved it from, 89 pesos to 1 cedi 20 pesos, and now moving it from 1 cedi 20 pesos to 1 cedi 40 pesos. So what we try to use color codes for you to understand what's really at stake here. So this color code you see on the touch screen is the number of times PURC have either decided to, maintain the tariff, increase or decrease. And so if you see the red, it means it's an increase, yellow is a decrease, and blue means no change. I would want us to focus on the 2022. So 2023 actually, this year, we've seen two important upward adjustments. So the first one occurred in February this year, where it moved from the 80 pesos zone to 1 cedi 20 pesos, and the current one being proposed, which is supposed to take effect 1st June 2023. So, Bernice, if you are consuming between 0 to 300 kilowatt hour, you have to make sure that you either manage or you're going to have an upward adjustment in the amount you pay, as a consumer.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Kofi Adjei there. But earlier today, I spoke with an official from the PURC, because it's interesting to note what they state in their statement. They actually say this is important because of the high potential of going into the doomsday era again. And so this is just supposed to create a sort of cushion for the utility service providers. They also say that there was some under recovery because of what you just highlighted, Kofi, in the demand of the Electricity Company of Ghana, which was not met, the 114%.
I think under recovery was actually around 25%, and they do not want to go back to this record again. And mind you, they cited some factors, some reasons why they feel there should be an upward adjustment. The first thing they quoted was the exchange rate. Back then in the first quarter, when they increased from 89 pesos to 1 cedi 20 pesos, they made a case that they were using an exchange rate of $1 to 10 cedis and some few pesos. Now we know the dollar is hovering around $1 to around 11 cedi 70 pesos or 11 cedi 50 pesos. So they are saying that they don't want, a case where we'll go back to doomsday or under recovery, where the first quarter resulted in about 25%, under recovery. There's also an increase in the price of gas, inflation and all that. That is the reason why PURC, in just, a span of 2 quarters, have decided to do an upward adjustment of, electricity tariffs.
Thank you so much, Kofi Adjei.